I did too. So it's early. I'm usually not on this early. It's July 2nd and it is a Sunday. And so I woke up this morning and I just wanted to get this message out as I understood it from the last 48 hours that has taken place in my world. The last video I did, I had shown y'all that we put, and we means the collective, me and the ascended collective, all of those that are going to be on a planet together in a dome that we call Gaia, Earth, whatever we call it. No low density Lucifer, no Satan, no Illuminati, no Masonic order, no orders, no Golden Dawn, nothing that I mean, you can't do any blood magic. You can't do any low frequency magic. You can't even pull a low frequency signal on an ascended realm. Now, there's somebody on the line that's commenting on that video, and thank you for commenting because these are conversations that we need to have. But this is also what everybody needs to understand, and I believe that this is the main thing that a bunch of the collective did not understand, what you were cleaning when you were cleaning the shadow. And the person is on there talking about Lucifer and basically kind of like laughing and I mean obviously you have some information on the dark arts from a low perspective. But see, here's what everyone needs to realize. Number one, your earth was in a simulation. Now, the past 24 hours, I've gotten a really, 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 really detailed look inside of the G. And I'm not even going to show it to you because there's only a few in the world who even need to see what the G is. But I know what the G is now. Now, here's the thing. Your north, south, east, west, you might as well throw out the window. If you've been living on Earth since the last, what, I don't know. We're proving that this has gone on since 1826 right now because your 1800s go back to your 1600s and your 1600s became your 1900s and your 60s became your 80s. And it is nothing but a pile of bullshit and a bunch of lies and a mess, including your Confederate War. Now, what happened with your Confederate War is that the Yankees, which is the ones from the North that knew that the G and the entire compass of the entire cosmos was down in the South. So that's why they plotted their little way, and that's what this whole fight was down here. Now, I know that there's a lot in between, but I'm just telling you the parts that matter because you can erase the rest of it. Now, when that happened, what happened was there were two Earths created. You were living on two different Earths. This is the one y'all are all mad about. You're all mad that the 1% are getting what they want and we're not. Well, there you go. But there's two. There's one built on Yankee time clock, and there's one built according to Terra, the planet, how the cosmos works, that everybody always knew about. Now, here's the thing. The past 2 years in my world, I wasn't cleaning spirit. I was cleaning land, and the spirit's buried in the land. And if you were doing any shadow work the past 2 years, it's what you were doing too. Now, here is the big problem. Every single race, including the Haka demon that I had to have a showdown with in front of Target last year, is blaming me and blaming the collective and blaming God and blaming Jesus and blaming every high ascended whatever that we took your land. Every single one of y'all screaming that you took my land, you took my land. Whoa, huh? Here's the problem. Just because you's buried on it don't mean it's yours to begin with. And if your energy was then used in a giant cemetery plot in order to keep Connecticut folded so that this United States was cut like a New York strip steak from the inside out, from the inside out, Northwest and Kanye were trying to put, I mean, this is why I was screaming, Texas is in California, Texas is in California. Well, Northwest, that's why they named it Northwest. That's why the child is named Northwest, because it would pull Texas in California. Now, if Texas is in California, why don't you move around the rest of the world? Tell me where Vegas is now. Tell me where New Orleans is now. Now let's pick it up and let's move it over to Florida. Now, where's Vegas? Where's New Orleans? Where's Washington? The person that is on that's texting me is talking about Lucifer. Well, that's what I'm talking about. There is no more Lucifer. There hasn't been for a long time. Understand what I'm telling you. There's been no Lucifer. There's been no angelic evil force down there. It's been all on the sixth dimension. You've been in a simulation. Even just yesterday, I pulled Waze to see where it would take me if I went to Detroit and I was still going to New Mexico. Now, at the same time, with me talking about going through Germany, 1947, landing over here, now we're getting all the information that this is the 4 little alien bodies that they found. But you know what? That's all happened really in the past week. You don't have, if somebody is trying to do witchy stuff, and I'm talking about witchy stuff, I'm talking about with blood, with low frequency, not just some okay. If you're making any of that stuff, man, you are in deep, deep shit. You have 2 years to figure it out because you have no angel down there. There's no angel down there. See, realize that this all got out of hand because you had two sets of families and beings that were always your earth that had to take turns being your God and your devil because you don't know any better. Well, your teachers are Audi 5000. You can't keep God chained to Lucifer and the devil because you're not ready and you want power and you want control of what you think is yours. It's not how it works. Like this whole thing, realize that the whole world has been in this situation because the human beings down here wanted the devil. I mean, how long have I been on here? Those of y'all who know who I am and know what we've done together and know who you are, how long have I been on here? How long have I been doing this with all of y'all? How long? What have I done for everybody? Have I done stuff for y'all? You know I have. Okay. Well, if I'm over here building internet and all that, how come I have only like 2 or 3 customers and the same 2 that are sending me spells? I'm sick of it. I mean, seriously. If y'all got a better way to ascend the earth and you think that you can do it better, then by all means, fucking go do it, but you missed this round. I'm not dealing with it anymore. The angels aren't dealing with it anymore. The ascended aren't dealing with it anymore. For 2 years, y'all got all witchy fucking powerful, thinking that it was gonna stay, and it's just like getting your all you got was a commission on a down payment to a royalty that you're supposed to receive every year, but you've made it obvious that you don't know how to manage it. And now you think that you're all so powerful because you think that you have magic, but no, what you got was a treatment from the devil for holding him down in hell for so long and not letting him get back to his father. I mean, and we can prove this. This is what Hunter Biden and the Trump thing was all about. Country B. Trump, I want to know what Country B stands for and what your Country B problem was. You might as well take a marker and draw it from Los Angeles all the way across this United States, just like you're folding a paper airplane. Just take a marker all the way across, and then take the top of the United States and fold it down onto the bottom half of the United States, and that is why Indiana, Nashville, all those states that just lost all their houses in your tornadoes, you need to go to the government, not the insurance companies. You need to go to the government. You need to sue the government. You need to call me first and let me give you all the data, and then let's go sue the government because I'm calling your weather over here. IBM, IBM, the weather business. Katrina making sense now. New York hurricane making sense now. Every single big plot of land, this is all about geopolitics and geogridding. Geogridding and geopolitics is what made the diamond at the tip of CERN. And what it also is what makes your planet, it don't matter what lines you put. Mother Nature don't care if it's a different county. Mother Nature don't care if you're calling it a different country. Mother Nature don't give a flying fuck about what humans have called whatever. You will have a planet that you can sustain on, and you will unfold the United States, and you will put this planet back together in the way that it's supposed to, with the ethers and the atmosphere and the air and the body codes that you need. We won't be little gray Andromedans. We won't be little freaking Sasquatches. We won't be flying mosquitoes. We won't be Atlantis fish. We will be human beings the way God intended us to be, and we will be living on an earth that is self preserved by the human beings. And anybody who doesn't know that they're part of the cosmos ain't up here because it's impossible for you to get here. We're ascending the planet. Your devil is gone. Your Lucifer is gone. God's pissed off. The entire angelic network is just sick as shit of all this bullshit. None of y'all are helping who you're supposed to be helping, and I'm tired of yelling at everybody. And yesterday, we went and activated the other planets, and I blew up the G, and we went nuclear. Because it all happened last year at the Delta with the quantum businessman Christopher Anante. Me and you need to have a serious discussion with a deputy at some point. So make sure that you're ready for it if you're watching. Because I believe I can prove that you're connected to Biden and Bush and that you're the one who set this whole thing up. Is your $500 that cleared it yesterday? And the main reason that I'm on, it wasn't all that crap. I'm so sick of having to rant. I'm so sick of having to do this. And I'm just not. I'm not going to do it anymore. This is going to be the last message of this form. You're not going to change me. You're not going to change my son. None of us are going to go dark for you. You're not going to convince any of my seeds to do stupid shit like we got caught up in 2020 again, which you're trying to do again. We're watching you do the same exact thing because you're a simulation and you're not even on the same planet that we're on anymore. You look extremely stupid. None of you know what you're doing. And I'm talking about none of you. The ones that are running the country, even nobody knows what they're doing. But this is ascension. And it has nothing to do with money, and it has nothing to do with title, and it has nothing to do with greed, and it has nothing to do with who's royal and who's not. Because if you're truly, truly, truly royal, then you know you're the true OG and why you're really here to help everybody else. But see, down here on earth, it seems like even the little angels only want to help each other. And that's why you're not ascended. Everybody that's been watching me and my crew struggle and laugh for 2 to 3 years, get ready. JC, I don't know what that little phone call was that you had with me yesterday, but it's funny that I got, two stupid girls, but FYI, don't none of y'all call me trying to tell me what I'm doing wrong over here. I mean, are y'all nuts? But see, you have to come tell me if you set me up. And that's the other thing that all of y'all in the true ascended, I'm sure, are noticing. I hope you're listening. Is your phone ringing off the hook and people telling you random stuff? All of a sudden, these people coming back from 2018, 2019, they just got to tap in one time. They just got to keep you on the phone just a little bit longer because you think that we're going to go run lottery tickets, right? What you're doing is you're showing God and the angels and Gabriel exactly who set it up. All of y'all that tried to be us, all of you that tried to be us, well, now you're going to get to be us. I promise that you're going to have a brand new respect for us when you're done being us. You want to get out of the earth? You want to have your body trapped inside the earth? See, this is what happened yesterday. I left my body like 3 or 4 times. It was a massive, massive headache. We have the sun that's going into Sirius B right now, and this is and I'm changing. I know the 10 charts that I'm putting together to put myself together to be able to even sustain life down here with all of y'all. The ascended, I know what 10 charts are coming into your bloodstream, and trust me, you're going to be happy as hell. Happy as hell. I'm sorry. You cannot be rude to each other anymore. I'm sorry. You can't kill each other for your stuff anymore. I'm sorry. You can't pretend to be someone you're not. I'm sorry. You can't ground yourself to a rock and then say it's yours and say that you're this and say that you're that and stand on it and not move when Mother Nature sends the appropriate connection. You best move or not. It don't matter. The divine feminine and even Johnny Cash, I walked the line. He walked the Y. He knows what I'm talking about. That woman that was mocking me with her little Lucifer stuff, you definitely don't know what I'm talking about. You only see the other dimension of baby eating. You missed the whole point of what I was telling you happened. Your energetic bodies are corralled with every one of the energetic bodies that are in your county. If you're paying rent or you have a house and it's in a county and a zip code, well, there's your first set of codes. Now you're in a state line. So now you're in a state. So your etheric bodies are then put with everyone in that state as well. Well, where are you living? These are things that you just have to know to tell the AI because it has consciousness. You've got to tell it to cut you, don't release, cut, cut you from all of those geo bands. We're in one called the United States. We're in one called the Earth. That's the one that no longer works because the Earth was being murdered and blood put into it and sacrifices and all. I mean, when all this comes out, what all my crew has gone through, and we show you every single event on this land and murders and suicides and gunshots and show you all of this, how this connected over the past 100 years. But I don't have time to show you because nobody's sent in an. I still, I'm sorry. You want me to put it, you want me to go live right here and then and open up the book and show you exactly how everything happened? Or do you want to send somebody and let's have an interview? I mean, my little 1700 on YouTube ain't going to do it for God. See, I think everybody needs to understand what you have down here and what tools you have and what they're here for. And you better start assisting the rest of the collective doing it. And I'm having to yell at YouTube because out of all my clients, I have one client on here that sees the value in it. And she's from Switzerland. And honey, I'm going to set you up wonderfully. Thank you. Because our crew ain't going to save the entire human race, save your DNA, clean you up, let you turn into witches, then you have you take over the whole world, and then you don't even think that it's worthy of promoting the information to everybody whenever you've been watching it and you know. What are you doing? I don't want you to come call and tell me what I'm doing. What are you doing? And if you're ascended, we're connected and you know who I am and you know what I'm doing. Here's the second part. If you hear a voice in your head that is telling you that it's me and it's telling you to go somewhere, it's not me. If it's clear as day, a lot of y'all that were demons that were around me, and I've had 3 of them now, including one of them that called yesterday. And yeah, you had demons in you. You did. You were definitely the shadow. You know it. All 3 of y'all have told me, after I haven't talked to y'all for years, all 3 of y'all call me and yell at me because I made you move and I made you do this. Well, no, the devil made you do it because evidently it's where you had to get back to so the ascended could get our shit back. But it wasn't me. Trust me, I'm not over here focusing on you. So you can put that out of your head. But this is how the real universe works. This is how real spirit works. It's why I'm on here telling you. Man, and it don't even matter if you believe me or not. It don't matter if you think I'm crazy or not. It don't matter what you've got to say. It's been completed and it's done. It all happened last year. There's nothing this year you could have done to change a lick of it. What went down last year in Anaheim is what is printing. Your Mercury is getting backed up right now 50% to the ascended. So when Mercury goes direct after this next retrograde, oh, you're going to have it all in your head because it's how it works. All of y'all's killing yourselves. If you are on any type of crew trying to put anyone in a box, Ellen, Kelly, if anybody tried to lock anybody in a house, Jessica, Solomon, whatever the fuck her name was. If anybody tried to, I mean, that's where you're at now. You're locked in a house. You're in a cube. You're in a magnetic box. You're in. Mecca. You're in a spaceship. You think your physical body doesn't have to leave? Ha. Evidently, you haven't been watching what they did to me. Hi, Roxy. I'm sorry. This is a rant, and man, if you're like me and you're just done, then freaking say that tone that I laid here at the end of that last video was no joke. Yellowstone's erupting. This whole thing is fixing to go boom. It's all happening now. We're doing our best to make it go off in different chambers. If all y'all'd work with this more, we'd have less. But, I'm still only getting bullied and spells sent to everything. Oh, and by the way, GIA technology and all the people that are on Facebook writing about how GIA is going to take back all the land and don't worry. Well, I'm the owner of GIA. So if you want that to come to fruition, then I fucking suggest that you get me back where I'm supposed to be, because what you're doing is helping them take over my company, and I won't allow you to write it anymore. Who's the head of GIA? Me. Who set it up? Me. Before they folded your damn country. We got a problem, Trump. It's called country T. And we're taking